Hey, what's up, everybody? Cody coming at you with a giveaway winner informational video, and we also have a special deck profile on our purple toolbox Zwart deck. So real quick, these winners will have I'll have them do 2 weeks. So 2 weeks from today, it's the 9th of September. So that's 23rd of September. These winners will be able to claim the decks, and that is for one Gaia Red, one Heavens Yellow, and one Cocytus Blue starter deck, sealed from the pre-release of the Digimon trading card game. So the first winner of our giveaway is Tao Lo. The second winner is Sheepy U, and the third winner is Andrew Grove. So again, those winners are Tao Lo, Sheepy U, and Andrew Grove. Thank you guys so much for participating in our giveaway. Hopefully you can reach out, comment down below which starter deck you want. Tao, you go first, Sheepy second, and Andrew, you got the third pick. So just comment down below, hey, I won the giveaway, and we'll be in contact either through YouTube or Facebook, and then we'll get your address and have the deck shipped out to you. Thank you guys again, appreciate it. We're close to like 120 subs now, and the videos just keep getting views, so I appreciate all the love we're getting back. Let's jump into this deck profile real quick, and we have another giveaway planned for our next milestone. That's 250 subs. So for our eggs, we play 4 DemiMeramon and 1 Gazimon. DemiMeramon is super good. It's probably the best egg in purple. Real quick, so inheritable ability is on deletion, you draw 1 card and then trash 1 card from your hand, so filter the cards pretty good. And Gazimon is great late game. You never really want to see it as your first or second egg, but if it's your 3rd, 4th, or 5th, if the game is going long, if you have 10 or more cards in your trash, the Digimon this Digimon turns into has retaliation. So very, very clean. Very happy to have that. I wish I could play more, but it just the numbers aren't there. Moving on to our rookies, we play 4 Gabumon. This Gabumon is pretty good, 3 to play, 2000 DP, 0 to Digivolve. The inheritable ability is when this Digimon is deleted, draw 2 cards, trash 1. So it's a consistency thing. You want to fill up your trash, you want to see the right cards in your hand. Definitely the best rookie you want to see. Next we play 3 of my boy Impmon. Bada boom, you know what I mean. We got 3 to play, 0 to Digivolve, 1000 DP, and he has a regular ability that says on deletion you trash the top 3 cards of your deck. So if he comes off of a DemiMeramon and he swings, you're drawing a card for the Digivolution, you're drawing a card for the DemiMeramon, you're trashing the DemiMeramon and the Impmon itself plus 3 cards. So that's like 6 cards in trash, 7 cards in trash possibly, depending on what all you have going on. And seeing that early game is super good. Plus we do play Beelzemon, spoilers. It's a really good card, it's underrated. Here we have 2 Gabumons. This is 3 to play, 0 to Digivolve, 2000 DP, and he has an on deletion effect as well. On deletion, if this card is deleted by a card effect, you gain 1 memory. That's your turn or your opponent's turn, so pretty good. Gaining memory is always clean. Next we play 2 DemiDevimon. This is a vanilla rookie. It's 2 to play, 0 to Digivolve, 3000 DP. Having more vanillas is good. Then, I mean, it's just good to have vanillas. I didn't play them initially, and I was upping the Impmon, or I was upping the Gabumon, and I found it more beneficial to choke my opponent in more circumstances with this deck, especially if they don't have a memory tamer, or if you get rid of their memory tamer. So yeah, it's a good card. I would consider possibly cutting it to 1, but then you see it when you need it less, so that's a little unfortunate. So that our 12th rookie, I know it's low, but this is a combo deck, is 1 Gazimon. If you see it, you can always bring it back lots of different ways, and it's easier to play around now that people know that they need to play around them, and they build their decks to get rid of them than it was before, but still a great card. Move right along to the champions. We have 4 of your 1-drop blocker. This is Devimon, 6 to play, 1 to Digivolve, 5000 DP blocker, and then when attacking, lose 2 memory. You gotta have 4 of it. It is really one of the bread and butter champions of the deck. Another reason we actually still play 3 Meramons. I did cut this to 2 for a little bit. I even tried cutting this to 3. You really want to have at least 7 1-cost champions. This is a vanilla card, 5 to play, 1 to Digivolve, 5000 DP. It's necessary. I was playing 2 so I could play the 3rd Vilemon. Vilemon is a blocker again, 5 to play, 2 to Digivolve, 6000 DP. And then when attacking it, you'd lose 2 memory. I like the Vilemon at 3, but I feel like it's more important to have the consistency of another 1-drop. I haven't tried cutting this for another Vilemon, and that wasn't it. So I really like the 2 Vilemon. I wish it could be 3. It just can't. The final card of the deck is 2 Retaliation Devimon, or final card of the champions. I apologize. So 6 to play, 2 to Digivolve, 4000 DP, and he has Retaliation, and he also has Retaliation as an inheritable ability. So if you go over him, whatever you go over him with is going to be Retaliation. So 11 champions is might seem a little high for something that's playing 12 rookies, but realistically, hard playing a Devimon, hard playing a Vilemon are options, and you really want to see as much champions as possible, or as many champions as possible. I apologize. So then you can go over things like your Gabumon when you need to, so you can see more cards early game. Our ultimate line, we're playing 3 Blackwater Growlmon. This is 8 to play, 3 to Digivolve, 7000 DP, and he has a Digiburst effect. You can Digiburst 3 to special or bring back a level 3 purple Digimon from your trash. So you can Digiburst this and the level 3 that's underneath, just bring that one back if you want. But realistically, the main reason I love this card is the inheritable effect. It says once per turn when attacking, you can delete one of your other Digimon to unsuspend this Digimon. Giving some of your boss monsters an ability to attack a second time in a turn is very, very good. 8 to play is a lot, so to kind of counteract that high cost, we play 2 of the cheapest one I could find. This is Kimeramon. He's 5 to play, 2 to Digivolve, 6000 DP. The 6000 is an important number. 5 to play really isn't nothing. And I thought for a long time that it should be 1 Kimeramon and 2 of one of the next cards, but the more games I played with the deck, I have to agree with some better players out there like Eli Hill. This card is just really important. You want to see this early game. You want to see it mid game. You can just go up an extra chain more frequently than not because of this card. So the next is we play 2 1-0s. We play 1 Lady Devimon and 1 Kimeramon. Lady Devimon's amazing. 8 to play, 8000 DP. When Digivolving, you draw 2 cards and then trash 2 cards. So you draw 3 cards because you draw for Digivolution and then draw 2. So Graceful Charity, it's a thing. And then her inheritable ability does come up, especially in matches like Rookie Rush. When you play an option card, you can delete one of your opponent's level 3 or lower Digimon, or level 3 Digimon, sorry. And then Kimeramon, busted card. 7 to play, 3 to Digivolve. You don't really like to Digivolve it, but sometimes you can, and it's fine. 7000 DP, and then on play, delete one of your other Digimon, or delete one of your Digimon to delete one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon. That spot removal is really, really clutch. There's no way I would play a purple deck without it in this format, especially being that we play Zords. So it's free removal in a lot of cases, really. Yeah, super, super clean. If I could, I would either pump up the Blackwater Growlmon or the Lady Devimon. I think the Kimeramon is good at 2. I think Kimeramon is good at 1. But this is the line that we've chosen for now. Moving on to our Megas and why it's a toolbox purple variant. Early game, you really want to see Chaos Gallonmon as long as you're setting up correctly. It helps you control the board. So he's 12 to play. You don't really do that. I mean, you can play for free too. 4,000 or 40 Digivolve and 12,000 DP. And then when Digivolving, you can delete one of your Digimon to delete one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon. It's Kimeramon, but it's taller, and it happens when Digivolving, so it's clean. And then realistically, the best reason you play this card is once per turn, during your turn, when one of your other Digimon is deleted by a card effect, you can bring back a level 3 purple Digimon from your trash. So, I mean, if in case y'all don't know, one of the greatest combos that I love to do is you delete the Impmon to delete their level 5. You trash 3 cards, and then off of those 3 cards, you can bring back anybody. You can bring back a Gabumon. Excuse me. If you're at 3 memory and you can Digiburst off the War Growlmon, bring out the Gabumon, go into Chaos Gallantmon, pop the Gabumon, delete one of their level 5 or lowers, gain a memory, so it goes to 0. It stays your turn, and then you bring back the Gabumon again, or you bring back the Impmon, whichever order you prefer. Oh, excuse me, my allergies are acting up something fierce today. Chaos Gallantmon's a great card. Gallantmon's one of my favorite Digimon, and I mean, he's wearing purple and silver, so just go and get it. Next up, one of the early game megas that we want to see is going to be this guy. This is Digimon. You know, sometimes you make some bad choices, you get a little too angry, and you Digivolve the wrong way. I kind of blame Takato, but it's whatever. Digimon's busted. He can come off red or purple. 12 to play, 3 to Digivolve, 11,000 DP. When Digivolving into this card, both players mill the top 5 cards of their deck. That is relevant in one matchup, and it's going to be security control. If you can get them to mill a Gaia Force or a Transcendent Sword, that's one less thing that you have to deal with. And that match can get super grindy, and you go through your deck really, really fast. This deck has a hard time against security match or security control in general, but being able to get rid of 5 cards can be nice, depending on what 5 cards you get rid of. You want to fill up your trash for your Lilithmon plays, for your Zwart plays, so it helps you in every other matchup. When you go into this guy against security control, be easy with it. Like, do it early game or don't do it at all. But the main reason I like this card is when deleted, if you have a Tamer in play, you can bring a Chaos Gallantmon from the trash or your hand into play for free. So it's a floating mega, right? So your opponent gets rid of it, or you swing into security and it dies, and now you just have a Chaos Gallantmon. That's pretty good. Having a mega when you wouldn't have a mega normally, pretty good. These are our primary early game megas, and then these are going to be our late game megas. We play 2 Lilithmon. Card is insane. It is the main playmaker of the deck, but you don't really want to see it early game. It's 12 to play, 3 to Digivolve, 11,000 DP, and then when Digivolving, if you have 10 or more cards in your trash, you can return up to 2 purple option cards from your trash to your hand. And your turn, when you use an option card, you gain 2 memory, once per turn. Main playmaker. So we can get into a quick like combo thing. If you guys want to see it, comment down below, and I can do a combo of what exactly the Lilith Loop is and what you can do with this deck. But she is your main playmaker. She facilitates so many different like actions in a single game. You can use one Lilithmon 2, maybe even 3 times in a turn. So you don't really ever need to see 3. And I feel like when I was playing 3, I feel like I've seen it too much, especially early game. This guy, bada boom. Beelzemon is no joke. 12 to play, 4 to Digivolve, 11,000 DP. The trick is, though, is if you have 10 or more cards in your trash, you can Digivolve this card from an Impmon for a memory cost of 4. You have more than 10 cards in your trash. So a lot of times you can just keep an Impmon in your raising and then go in for a double Zwart play very, very easily. And remove a blocker, because his effect is When Digivolving, you can delete one of your opponent's level 4 Digimon. That is so clutch in so many circumstances. Like they'll know that you're about to go into your loop, so they'll hard play an extra blocker to make sure you can't go for game, depending on what your tamers look like. So when they hard play that blocker, you just bring Impmon out and you're like, cool, no more blocker, bada boom, and then you go off with Zort, and they're like, dang, I didn't see that coming. Super great late game. It's not horrible early game or mid game, as long as you flood your discard pile and you get the free spot removal. And it can pressure Zort a little bit earlier than some players think. I tried putting it at 2 when I was playing for Impmon, and it wasn't there for me. But I mean, are you really gonna play purple and not play this card? Look at that guy. He's out there to do the work. We'll just throw our level 7s in with our megas. We are playing 3 Omnimon Zorts. This card is what really does all the work in the deck. This is how you win the majority of your games. 15 to play, don't do that. 6 to Digivolve off black or purple. But a lot of times you're going to go into 1 for free and then probably pass turn by playing the second. So you maintain the board state and potentially push for the game of the following turn. 15,000 DP is no joke. So when Digivolving, you mill the top 3 cards of your deck, and then you play up to 2 level 5 or lower purple or black Digimon from your trash without paying the memory costs. On play effects activate, so you can trigger things like Kimeramon. You can grab the black war Growlmons to Digivolve into another Mega to get Digivolve into another Zord, so that Zord can attack twice. He's probably going to have multiple security checks because it's going to be late in the game. Cards insane. 15k and doesn't get no bigger, right? So then when attacking, this is one of the coolest things. You can return 1 level 6 Digimon from this Digimon's Digivolution sources to delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 12 or less. 12 is a vast majority of cards. It's not all the cards, but it really pretty much gets rid of almost anything in the game. And then bouncing the Lilith, bouncing the Beels, bouncing the Magidramon one time back to your hand so you can play it again off of one of the ultimates that you brought into play for free is absurd. You can mill your opponent 10 cards in 1 turn, depending on how you draw and how the board state is set up. And late game, that can make it so you mill your opponent down to where you just end your turn, and maybe you're both out of cards. The Zort that you used with Fusion returns to the bottom of your deck, so it's the only card in your deck. But then it goes to your opponent's turn, and they don't have a deck to draw, so that's game. Zort is clean. Absolutely love it. I would consider running it at 3, or not at 3, at 4, but currently just playing the 3 because I did opt to play 1 Omnimon Zort Defeat. Card's pretty good. If it's 15 to play, 3 to Digivolve, black or purple, 13,000. It's a security Digimon, so if it's checked in your security stack, you just play it for free. It doesn't kill whatever it battles because there is no battle, but when this card is deleted by any means during either player's turn, just delete one of your opponent's Digimon. So it's Gaia Force on legs, really. And then if you do Digivolve it, you can delete one of their tamers. So that does come up. I wouldn't say that this card is necessary for the deck, but depending on your meta, I would definitely recommend at least considering it. Gaia Force on legs by itself is pretty cool, but you don't need it. So that's our Megas and our level 7s. If anyone knows what level 7s are called, let me know. I heard that they're like Ultra Digimon, but I'm not sure if that's a real thing or not. We're gonna move into our tamer package real quick. Just trying to make this video not super long. We play 1 Takumi Aiba. I was playing this at 2. I think it's a great card at 2. It's super cheap, so you can throw it down whenever it's really truly beneficial for you. And it adds consistency to the deck. I would not cut it. I wanted to play 2, but I instead opted to cut 1 for a second Mat and Tai. Initially, and for a lot of our testing, I did play 2 Takumi and 1 Mat and Tai. So real quick, Takumi, 2 to play. Your turn. When you Digivolve one of your Digimon, you can, in play, not in the breeding area, guys, just to let you know, you can suspend this card to draw an additional card, so every Digivolution becomes like an extra +1, so it's already a +1 And then alterns, when a level 3 Digimon attacks, you can suspend it. When a level 3 Digimon attacks, that player loses 1 memory. So super good tech against Rookie Rush. Mat and Tai, 4 to play. If your opponent has a level 6 Digimon in play, you start your turn with 2 additional memory, and then all of your Digimon with Omnimon in their name gain security attack +1. So giving your Omnimon Zwart security attack +2. Usually if you have 1 Mat and Tai and it can attack and then unsuspend itself and attack again, that 4 checks should be enough to get you game, because you should have at least 1 extra body on board, hopefully. If not, if you have 2 and then you swing, and then you can delete 1 of your other Digimon, rip up 3 of their security, and then unsuspend, that's going to be game. So that's why I opted to go with the other Mat and Tai. Keep in mind that isn't necessarily always the case in security control, but in security control they are playing a lot of megas, so you are starting your turn with more memory, so you can hard play more things. Another main reason I really went with the Mat and Tai is I feel like this is better in the security control matchup than this. And this deck really doesn't have that much of trouble with Rookie Rush, or I want to say or green, but green can be a hard matchup for you. And we are playing 1 regular Matt Ishida, 4 to play. When you play it, you get to take a purple option or a purple Digimon from your trash, put it back into your hand, and use your memory corrector. So you start your turn with 3. And all these tamers say when they're checked in security, you play this card for free. I wouldn't change the tamer lineup. I really do like this tamer lineup. Matt is very clutch. Start your turn with 3, start your turn with 5, start your turn with 7. If you start your turn with 7, you're going to be able to rebuild your line in 1 turn. You got 1 for the champion, 2 for the ultimate, and then 3 for the mega. That's 6. And if you miss the Skullmeramon, where you have the Skullmeramon, but you missed the 1-drop champion, that's 7 right there. So you can go all the way back up into your mega, and that's super clutch. Honestly, I wish I didn't have to play the Takumi, but because of the fact we play so few numbers of rookies and champions and ultimates and megas, we got to see extra cards every turn. Our option lineup is this. We're playing 1 Hell's Gate. Having spot removal is important. Hexablomon is getting a lot of love. Diaboromon is getting love. It's good against Lord Nightmon. It's good against Shoutmon. This card is good. It wasn't good before, but it is good now. So check out yourself a copy of Hell's Gate. It's good. 6 to play. Delete 1 of your opponent's level 6 or higher Digimon, and security effect adds this card to your hand. We play 3 Jack Raids. This is 0 to play. You gain 1 memory for every 10 cards in your trash, and security effect is gain 2 memory. Again, I wish I could play 4, but I feel like I've seen 4 a little bit too much early game. You always get them back with your Lilith mons. So like sometimes you play a Jack Raid and you gain a memory, and then, or you can even discard Jack Raid off like a Gabumon or Lady Devimon when you don't need it, when it's just not doing anything, because you're going to get them back, and you very seldomly need to get back 2 Jack Raids and a Hell's Gate, and you, like a lot of times you'll just grab 2 Jack's Raid, and then you'll do your loop and you'll get another Lilithmon, and then at that time you just grab the Hell's Gate back and 1 Jack's Raid, and then you Jack's Raid, continue your play, and then pass the turn by clearing the board with the Hell's Gate. And I mean, you need this card for your combo, but you don't want to oversee it. And finally, we play 2 Mega Digimon Fusion. This is a white option, so that's why you need the 3 white tamers. Another good reason that I actually do like to include the Zort Defeat is it is a white card, so it comes into play for free during your opponent's turn. Now you have the opportunity to Mega Digimon Fusion without playing a tamer if you don't have one. Card's insane. 0 to play. The next time you would Digivolve 1 of your Digimon into a level, or Digivolve 1 of your level 6 Digimon into a level 7, you reduce the Digivolution cost of this card by 6, but then at the end of the turn, the Digimon returns to the bottom of the owner's deck, and then you trash all the Digivolution sources. So it sounds really bad, but there were multiple times where I waited until I had like no cards. There's 2 cards left in deck, and then I'd go up my chain. I'd go into an Omnimon, or a level 6, and then I would Zort with this, and then get an absurd amount of board advantage with level 5s, right? And then at the end of the turn, the Zort gets tucked, which puts it on the bottom of your deck. It's the only card in your deck. So then the following turn, you draw, and then you just make a Digimon fusion again, and you get more bodies, and you swing for game. And even if not, then the same thing happens, and the Zord gets tucked again. So that's what we got for purple today, guys. I've been working on this list for a really long time. It's one of my babies for this format. I love the BT5 meta. I think it's a great deck. I think the only main concern that I have with this deck is the amount of time it takes you to play, and the amount of time your opponent takes in a game can result in a lot of draws, or a lot of unfortunate situations where you just don't have enough time to even finish a game 2, and if they snuck game 1 off you, that's bad news bears. But the link for the deck will be in the description. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If we can get this video to 100 likes, it would mean the world to me. I want to try to start getting likes. I think there's an algorithm. If you know about the algorithm, something about like the number of comments, the number of likes and stuff y'all get on a video, it pops up more for other viewers. But all right, peace. Stay healthy. Be easy. Play purple. Play purple, you guys. It's great. Oh yeah, there's a bell. Check out the bell. The bell lets you know when I do a video, right? Peace.